this now is how to build a T-interchange. We've got 3 motorways coming in, and they're going to want to meet and exchange traffic. There are a few ways you can do these, but your main constraint is in the rural highway. You can't do overpasses diagonally. It just doesn't happen. So we've got to work with that. Right. Firstly, let us connect these two together. This is the bar on our T. Across it goes. And across that one goes as well. Our stem on our T, though, what we've got to do here, the first thing we need to do is flare the carriageways out. So head to your curve pieces and tab up until you get to the lane shift. Now be very, very careful about aligning your white and yellow lines. Let's see what I'm doing there. There we go. And what I need now is in the MIS bits is the lane split. That's the one. Again, make sure you've got your lines aligned. And there we have it. There's the start. Let's do the easy movements first. So let's move this one over here and move this one up yonder. There we go. Okay, there's 50% of the work done. What we need to do now is we need to cross this one and this one over. And if I just, as a demonstration there, you see how it falls apart when you cross them over diagonally? That's the key problem. Okay, so what we need to do firstly is go to our transition pieces, tab, or shift tab, so you go backwards a bit. Remember, keeping your yellow lines in mind until we get to the transition bit from elevated to ground. So let's put that there and drag this across. There we go. Okay, this one extended a couple more, but I'm going to leave it like that for now because I've got to start here next. So I go back to my transitions, shift tab through until I get to my on-ramp. Yeah. Okay, now this is the slightly confusing bit. You remember I've been saying constantly, make sure that the yellow lines are together. Well, do remember that our roads are crossing. This one is going to go underneath this one and up here. So that means the yellow lines are no longer going to be together. This time it is the white lines that align together, like so. Back into rural highway. Right, yep. Drag this upwards a little. Cross and underneath. Don't worry about the little stub of 2 lane there. We'll sort that out in a second. And notice how I double dragged that one. I start from here, drag across this way to there, and then start there and drag in to that little bit of 2 lane that was there. Okay, let's extend that over. And this is probably the most difficult part of the whole junction, because again, you can't do it diagonally. If I try to drag diagonally, it does stupid things like this, which is no good. So let's delete those. Oh, would you look at that? That's a bit daft. It's gone and swapped its lane priorities over. So let's just redraw this. Okay, yep. Right. Now this end's pretty easy, to be fair. We just extend it outwards a little. Depending on how far or how fast your traffic is going to be, depends really on how far you drag these out. The wider the curves, the quicker the traffic can go. So if you're after a lot of realism, make your curves reasonably wide. In this instance, I'm keeping them quite compact, just for the sake of space saving. drag that along like this a little until we get this sort of shape. See, it kind of goes back on itself there. And finally we hop back into our transitions. That's the one I want. That transition goes there, and at the other end, the other transition goes at the other side. I'll put that there. Okay, now all that's left is to connect those ramps up to the highway. Oh, it's being stupid. I have no idea why it does that. Align it perfectly and you can't swap it over. Okay, and the other side. I'll put that there. And these sides, with the diagonals coming directly in, you'll need style B, which is there. Oh no, that's MIS8, I don't want that, I want 4. Oh, where the hell's that gone? There we are. It's being stupid there as well. Let's delete those. Style B, yep, that side, and all the way over to the other. Connect the gaps together. Sort that out, and this, and that bit as well. And there we have it. One completely grade separated T interchange where the traffic gets split and moved along. These things are very, very good for terminating a motorway or other very important road against another. Much better than the trumpets, although trumpets still have their uses if the traffic flow isn't going to be too massive. But yes, right, in the next video I'm going to show you how to make what is essentially a Y interchange. It's pretty much the same as this, except it's much, much bigger. Okay, I'll see you then.